Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're talking about hail, a weather phenomenon which happens when rainwater freezes into ice pellets before reaching the Earth's surface. Understanding hail is important because it helps us know weather patterns that affect our daily lives. To explain this more clearly, we're going live with Matthew, who is reporting from outside.
Thank you, Kenesha. Right now, I'm standing in an open area where hailstorms usually happen during unstable weather. Hail forms through a process which includes freezing, rising, falling, and collecting layers of ice inside a cumulonimbus cloud.
Thank you, Matthew. Now let's help our viewers review the material with 5 questions and answers. The first question is, what is hail and its characteristics?
Hail meteorologists explain its precipitation made up of ice pellets or chunks. Unlike widespread rain, hail often happens in a very localized area, just 5 to 10 kilometers across its duration. It's also short, usually no more than 10 minutes, but while it falls, it can come with heavy rain and strong winds. Hail tends to occur more often between noon and afternoon, when the temperature difference between the ground and upper atmosphere is greatest.
The second question is, how hail forms?
The process begins in cumulonimbus clouds, throwing storm clouds that developing strong interval air movements. In these clouds are 3 types of particles: regular water droplets, super cold water, and ice particles. Powerful upward and downward air currents move these particles around, causing ice particles to grow layer by layer. When the ice becomes too heavy to stay aloft, it falls, sometimes without fully melting if the freezing layer is low enough.
The third question is, signs that hail might be coming.
There are very few warning signs before a hailstorm hits. On the day before, people often feel the air is very hot and humid. Around mid-morning, you may see white fluffy cumulus clouds, but as the day goes on, these clouds can quickly turn gray or dark black, signaling the cumulonimbus clouds are forming. Just before hail, there may be a sudden drop in temperature, and you may feel gusts of wind shaking tree branches.
The fourth question is, when hail usually happens.
In Indonesia, hail events are more likely during the transition season, for example, around September or October. When the dry season transitions into the rainy season, during this time, the atmosphere becomes more unstable, which incurs the formation of tall cumulonimbus clouds needed for hail.
The fifth question is, how to stay safe.
Motorists and meteorologists suggest a few particular steps. If you see signs of hail, seek shelter inside a strong building quickly. Avoid parking vehicles under the trees or in open areas, because hailstones or strong winds can damage them. Don't use fallen hail as ice for drinks. It's not safe. Always follow early weather warnings and updates from BMKG or other trusted resources.
The sixth question is, potential impact and risk mitigation.
Although hail is natural, it can still cause serious damage, breaking windows, denting cars, damaging roofs, and even hurting people or animals. To reduce the risk, communities can strengthen roof structure, trim trees around homes, and maintain drainage system to prepare for the strong wind and downpours that often accompany hail. The strong winds and downpours that often accompany hail can also affect homes and vehicles. Experts also emphasize the importance of public awareness and early warning system during the season when hail is likely to happen.
Thank you, Matthew, for the clear report. It's important for everyone to know that while hail in Indonesia is rare, it's a real risk, especially during season change. Stay alert and take care when the skies turn dark.